President Trump. How will James Comey explain all of the lies to his grandchildren? That was a good one, too. By Jim Hoffor, thegatewaypundit.com. On Thursday morning, President Donald Trump joined Brian Kilmeade on Fox and Friends in an exclusive interview. During the conversation, Brian Kilmeade asked President Trump about James Comey's latest tweet. Comey lashed out at President Trump after the FBI was caught spying on Trump, where he states here, "Facts matter. The FBI's use of confidential human sources, the actual term, is tightly regulated and essential to protecting the country. Attacks on the FBI and lying about its work will do lasting damage to our country. How will Republicans explain this to their grandchildren?" So Brian Kilmeade asked Trump about Comey's Twitter attack. Trump threw the insult right back at Comey. President Trump said, "I would actually say, how is he going to explain to his grandchildren all of the lies, the deceit, all of the problems he caused for this country?" Zing. That was good, though. That is funny. Let's take a quick listen. Exclusive interview with President Trump.
Meanwhile, Brian was lucky enough to talk to the president yesterday. On the same day, he used a new moniker, Spygate. What he's referring to is, it sounds like the federal government investigators inserted somebody close to the Trump campaign to get information. Later today, Devin Nunes, who wants more information from the DOJ, is going to sit down along with Trey Gowdy. They're going to go over some stuff. They would like the documents, don't know if they're going to get them. And then the Gang of Eight is going to go in an hour or two later, and they're all going to talk about all the secret documents that the Republicans want to see.
And they're supposed to not talk about what they see and if there is another informant inside the camp. So on the way out, I did not get the James Clapper comments when he said basically the Russians threw the election, which is totally irresponsible. In his book with Judy Woodruff, he came out and said the Russians threw the election for Donald Trump. So
that's
obviously
sickening.
I would have brought that up, but that hadn't emerged yet.
But you did bring up something else that broke yesterday.
The first tweet that James Comey came out, so I just read it to him, and I wanted to see what he had to say. And it's in reference to the informant that was allegedly, or actually was, implanted into the Trump campaign in the early spring of 2016. As you know, this morning we read some of your tweets even on air, and James Comey's responded. He said about a spy being in your campaign, he says this: "Facts matter. The FBI's use of confidential human sources, that maybe you refer to as possible spies, that's the actual term, is highly regulated and essential to protecting the country. Attacks on the FBI and lying and its work will do lasting damage to our country. How will Republicans explain this to their grandchildren?" What is your reaction to James Comey?
Well, I'd actually say, how is he going to explain to his grandchildren all of the lies, the deceit, all of the problems he's caused for this country? I think a thing that I've done for the country, the firing of James Comey, is going to go down as a very good thing. FBI is great. I know so many people in the FBI. The FBI is a fantastic institution, but some of the people at the top were rotten apples. James Comey was one of them. I've done a great service for this country by getting rid of him, by firing him.
So you have no problem explaining this to your grandchildren?
No, we're doing a great job. Our country's coming back. Our country's respected again.
Yeah.
What we're doing over there is just another sign of it. That's just one of many things. But we have a country that's come a long way in a short period of time. I think you know that better than anybody, Brian. You see it, you report on it every day. You look at the economy, you look at jobs. Lowest unemployment rate in in decades. Mm-hmm. Lowest black unemployment in history. Lowest Hispanic unemployment in history. Lowest women unemployment, 19 years. Our country's doing well, and we are respected again. We're doing incredible trade deals, which haven't been negotiated for 25 years.
You know, it's interesting he would turn like that and talk about the economy, because while he's got so many things on his table,
correct,
at the same time, because of the Russia collusion investigation, he's had to continually answer to those things. And
correct,
you know, to the administration's credit, they have pointed out many times so far it was about Russian collusion. Where's the collusion?
Well, I think to to turn to the economy is smart, because that's what people at home really care about. They care about putting food on the table, sending their kids to college.
Correct.
All this stuff going on in Washington, that's why people put him in office, because they want to drain all of that.
I have an opinion on what you just said. Is that for the first time he doesn't have to say it himself because things are coming out. He wants people not to focus on his words, but on what is emerging from the investigation. And for a year he's been like, yeah, I didn't do anything, and I'm going to prove it to you. Now all this stuff is coming out, so he says, I want you to focus on that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Like, in other words, he has to repeat himself all the time. He didn't, and he's talking about the economy. He addressed what Comey said real simply, and then went on his his agenda. That's why he was put into office. And actually, that's a big snub to Comey there and the rest of the gang over there. Absolutely, I totally agree with that. Comey is a disgrace. He's going to go down in history as being a disgrace. Wait till the FBI agents start, singing about these people. And Clapper to come out and saying that the Russians threw the election in favor of Trump. What a farce all in itself. I can't wait till Clapper and the gang, Brennan and all of them, get in front of a grand jury or whoever, and then they get carted off. Absolutely can't wait for that. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.